Got some of that great soul music lined up on Billboard's Hot 100, February 13th, 1971. Let's bring that baby up. A Lost 45 by the 3 Degrees. And Billboard's Hot 100, I got it up. Let me see if I can find You're the One by the 3 Degrees from 84 to 78. Produced and written, I believe it was both produced and written, or at least produced by Richard Barrett, the guy who discovered the 3 Degrees, up from number 80, 84 to number 78 on Billboard's Hot 100. Was not a big hit, more of a soul hit than a pop hit per se. Again, one of these singles that was just not commercial enough to be a top 10 or top 20 on Billboard's Hot 100. But nonetheless, one of the early hit records by the 3 Degrees. And boy, it's a pleasure to bring that one on for you. The 3 Degrees, they formed back in 1963. They underwent a lot of personnel changes over the years. A grand total of 15 women have performed and the 3 Degrees over the years. Although, for the most part, the 3 Degrees, well, as the name says, they were a trio. And they were discovered by a producer named Richard Barrett. And by 1967, until about 1976, it settled down to Fayette Pinckney, Valerie Holiday, and Sheila Ferguson, members of the 3 Degrees. Signed a deal with Roulette Records in 1970, and their first album called Maybe in the summer of 1970, they killed it. They did a version of Maybe by the Chantels, reaching back to the sock hop years, the 3 Degrees, and Valerie Holiday, she had that lovely spoken part. So satisfying to hear that song. Baby, their version of it. She did that spoken part, and then they went right into the record. This was one of the most soulful records that ever came out. But a Lost 45 by 3 Degrees Maybe. It did make top 40 for them on Billboard's Hot 100. It was played on some of the radio stations down here in Tuscaloosa. But I forgot how high it went on Billboard's Hot 100. It was not that high, but still, man, oh, yes. And their follow-ups, among the follow-ups to that record is the song I'm going to play for you. One of them is called You're the One. Their success, although not especially great, did earn them a cameo appearance on The French Connection, the movie The French Connection. They were filmed doing a performance at the Cabana nightclub in New York City, and also at the Riviera Hotel in Las Vegas with Engelbert Humperdinck making those cameo appearances on The French Connection. When their contract with Roulette ran out in 1973, 3 Degrees, they signed up with the legendary Kenny Gamble and Leon Huff. They did the theme song to Motown. They sang on the theme song of Motown. The theme song of Soul Train. They did the Sound of Philadelphia, that sort of instrumental, and then they started singing "It's Time to Get Down" and all that. And Sound of Philadelphia, the 3 Degrees, they sang on that record. Spring of 74. And then later in the fall of 1974, Kenny Gamble and Leon Huff, they whipped up this great pop string infused confection they really slicked up the sound of the 3 Degrees. When Will I See You Again in the fall of 1974. And they were successful in England. More successful in England than they were here. I got a statistic that I picked up from Wikipedia. The 3 Degrees had 15 top 60 singles in England between 1974 through 1998. Well, here it is. Here's the 3 Degrees from Billboard's You're the One, I believe is the name. No, wait a minute. Let me make sure I got the song title right. Let me make sure I got that right. You're the One. That's it. 3 Degrees. Billboard's Hot 100, February 15th, 1971.